Well, welcome back to another episode of Rich TV, where we dive deep into the minds of the makers, the dreamers, and the beautiful word. Today's guest is one-of-a-kind creator, someone who's proudly makes what he calls terrible art. That's right, we're joined by the unapologetically bold, hilarious, honest, and weird genius, Jamie Lee, the artist behind Terrible Art by Jamie Lee. Whether it's bizarre, raw, or brilliantly bad, Jamie's work is everything but boring. We're about to find out what makes Terrible so damn good. Let's get into it. So thanks for coming on, Jamie.
Thank you, Dan, for having me.
And it's exciting because obviously this is something that sort of belongs to you, that you've been on a journey with, isn't it?
Yeah, so just to give you a bit of background, really,
yes.
We've painted as a family for a number of years with the kids, okay. And my wife, my now wife, is always taking the mickey out of how bad I am at painting. So last year I threatened her, if you like, with I'm going to paint a picture of us on our wedding day, right. Which I did. I presented it to her on our wedding day as part of a gift. Now, bearing in mind, I've never liked art at school.
Okay.
I'm absolutely terrible at art, so you can only imagine how bad this was.
Yeah, okay.
So I presented it to her as part of our wedding day, which I'll show you in a minute, but it went down an absolute storm. So from there, we did a couple for friends and family, and we just decided after the reactions, which were people absolutely belly laughing because of how bad it was, we put it on the socials. And that's what we did in January, and it's gone a little bit crazy from there.
Brilliant. Okay, and we've got a feo questions for you today, just to understand sort of the roadmap with it. Also, the first thing is why is the name Terrible Art?
So you've seen the work now. So because the work is so bad, and the quality of my painting was so bad, we wanted to give it a terrible name. So we said a terrible name, and I probably shouldn't say this on this podcast because then I'll get rinsed by you. But so Terrible Art by Jamie Lee. Jamie Lee is a girl's name. Jamie Lee is a girl's name. My middle name is Lee.
Okay, yeah.
So thanks to my mum, I've got a girl's name. Despite my middle name being Lee, so Kate said you've got to call it Terrible Art by Jamie Lee because it's a terrible name for terrible art, and it sort of just stuck. So
yeah, nice. Yeah. Okay, right, okay. And do you really think of art? Do you think that your art is terrible, or is it more of a statement, really?
No. So I've answered this question a couple of times. I don't try and make it this style. This is the best that I can do.
Okay, good.
I'm really, really, really bad at anything crafty and creative. Okay. So arts, drawing, music, things like that. So when I draw, what I do is I take the picture, the reference picture, I put it next to my canvas, and I draw it to the best of my ability.
Okay.
I don't try and make it funny. The fact that I miss ears off or forget to paint necks or noses is just because of my real lack of skill.
Okay. I've seen them, they're good, I like them. And do you formally, so you don't have any really like formal art training, and you started creating and figuring it out to sort of as you're going, aren't you, really?
Yeah, so I didn't enjoy art at school,
and
I've never really been into actual art. Once we had kids, obviously then, arts and crafts and stuff like that. And then when I met Kate, my wife, now 7 years ago, she was into art.
Okay.
So we started getting into, our favourite artist as a family is Keith Haring. So we've got matching Keith Haring tattoos, me and the wife.
Okay.
Quite quirky, lots of bright colours. So I sort of got a little bit into it. And then because the kids enjoy it, I found it really relaxing. Okay. So you've seen the work. No training, no help, no support. Just whatever I can do.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah. And do you have like a bit of a creative process, or do you plan your pieces, or is it just chaos?
It's a perfect word. Yeah, chaos. So the business model is that people, we put obviously the Facebook page and Instagram page. People then send in a reference picture.
Right.
That they want me to recreate.
Okay.
So I then put that picture up on my easel next to it, and I just draw it. So I always draw it first because I'm not, I'm that bad. I can't paint it from scratch. And I just paint what comes out. So and in my mind, I genuinely think I'm recreating it the best I can. But no process. Put the picture, look at it, and go. That's it.
Good. Okay. Cool. And you mentioned earlier that you've been on the BBC, haven't you, with it? Or?
Yeah. So the power of social media, right? So when we first popped this out on social media, local BBC Radio Stoke picked it up. I joked to the wife that maybe Signal 1, which is like a step above the local BBC radio, and she sort of told me to, to get back in my lane, basically.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, BBC published it on their main page.
Did they?
And then it went in all of the national newspapers. Heart Radio picked it up. So we were asked to go down to Heart Radio, painted Amanda Holden live on the radio, which was hilarious. Kelly Clarkson show in the States, they picked it up. So I painted a picture of Kelly Clarkson, did a video link interview on the Kelly Clarkson show, and then sent the picture over to her afterwards.
Oh, wow.
Which was great. We've done some TV and radio in New York, in Chicago. So yeah, we even had a guy send us a message on the page from, I think he was in Israel, saying that it had just been mentioned on a local news radio station. So yeah, it's gone. It's just because of again the power of social media. It's gone sort of everywhere. So it's
brilliant.
Yeah.
How do people usually react when they see your work for the first time? I'm sure I'm
exactly like that.
Well, I guess we're going to see it today. Jamie's done me a painting today, so.
So what we found worked really well is the original picture next to mine. So everyone that we send, every order that we send out, we print off the original picture, and it's wrapped. So when you open it, you'd see the original picture.
That's good.
And then you'll see my creation.
So it's there.
It's not for everyone. The clue's in the name, but the people that get it because it's so ridiculously bad. So obviously, what you'd see is this is what it should be, and then look at what you could have won, basically.
How big do they go? Because obviously, I've seen we're doing currently. What size is that? Is that A3? Is it?
It's like 12-inch by 10-inch canvas, I think, is a standard. And we'll paint any size really, but just for the family ones that we want. If people want groups, which my wife again says groups are my speciality because my attention to detail is practically zero. So the more people and the more things that are going on. So, like, for example, I'll paint a group photo with 15 or 16 people in, and by the time it's finished, again, I don't correct it. So once I sign it, that's it. And then Kate will be like, you haven't painted that neck, so it just looooks like a floating head, or that person, you forgot to do hands. So I went on, I did The Last Leg on the telly, and I had to paint them live on the telly, and that's a live TV show.
Wow.
So it's an hour, but you're live, and I've never been so nervous, and my hand was shaking, and the amount of things that were wrong with that painting. But again, it was just, it's hilarious.
Like it?
Yeah, they've signed it. We're going to auction that for charity, actually. They've all signed it. Yeah, it was brilliant. And the last leg it's a comedy show, so they just absolutely rinsed it. It was so much fun.
Is it alive? Can we watch it?
Yes, it's live. Yeah, it's on Channel 4. Yeah, on 4 on demand. Yeah,
send the link and we'll put it in this video as well.
Yeah.
So people can go on it, watch it.
They did a little interview to start with where they just took the absolute mickey out of it, which was brilliant fun. And then off I went and sat by the side of the stage and painted them while they were on the studio. And then GK Barry was on there, so I painted her. She kept it. She asked if she could keep it, which was pretty cool.
That's good.
And Kevin Bridges, he was on again. They both asked if they could keep the paintings, which was pretty cool. So
that's good.
Whether they've done anything with them or not, but
it sounds like you're building a bit of a network as well from it. Also, it's interesting, isn't it? Because obviously, I know we were off camera. We were talking about how you're thinking more about into the art, like the next steps with it and things. Obviously, this is great what you're doing now. But as an artist, I guess, in the future, I don't know.
It cracks me up when say a couple of other people have used the word artist. I don't see that. But I suppose art is subjective, right? And if people enjoy it, then why not? So I had got a couple of ideas for some original pieces.
Okay, great.
But we've been so busy in the last 6 months. So we've done 250 orders, 12 countries. So there's a lot of spare time with full-time jobs as well and 3 kids. So it's finding the time to then sit down and do that. But
I think with all these type of things, they will naturally just pull you in more. So depending, it might take a few years. I don't know, but I'm sure something will happen with it or more. So good. And also, do you think people take art too seriously?
To be honest, everyone that I've spoken to has been sort of very welcoming of it. The piece that we did for Heart Radio when I did Amanda and Jamie, they auctioned that for charity. and Clarendon Fine Arts got involved down in Mayfair, and Rachel, who was the art director, she was like, listen, art should be for everyone. It doesn't need to be serious or snobby or only for the rich. Yeah, so everyone that I've sort of spoken to has welcomed it. And again, it's not for everyone, right? I'm sure there's people out there that think it's ridiculous, which I'm one of them. But no, I think, art's for everyone, mate.
Yeah, I very much like it myself. So I go to quite a few places in London. There's a few galleries that I know, and obviously I own a piece myself, and I'm classing that as my second piece.
Okay.
And then I'm going to class yours as my third piece. So there's something about art. I don't know, it opens people's minds, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So this is a good thing.
Do you paint?
No, so I have plans to. So one of my drummers has a log cabin in Snowdonia. So I'm going to go there with my dog, and we're just going to spend a weekend painting.
Okay.
So that's my plan.
Yeah.
Whether I can fit it in or not, I don't know. I'm going to try and fit that in.
Yeah.
So I have painted once in the past, and it was quite good. Well, it wasn't. It was terrible. But it was very colourful, and I'll try and find a photo and show you something.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe you could paint me a piece.
Yeah,
in
maybe.
return.
It might be very abstract. So, is there any like dream projects or collabs you'd love to do, like either seriously or ironically, really?
No, I think it's always good to give back. So when we did the pieces that got auctioned for charity was great, and then BBC Radio Oxford and a charity called Sobel House reached out and asked me to do a little piece for them, which again raised some more money. Okay. So I think we'd like to try and explore that. So I think we've got a couple of pieces of other sort of celebrities that have signed, and we're trying to get some sort of auction, because I think, all the fun and laughter that we're getting out of it, to then be able to raise some money and actually give back. Yeah, I mean, would I like to work with other people? No, other people are actual artists, so maybe it'd show me up a little bit then. But
maybe, I don't know. It's good. It could. You can. I don't know. You can work on it, I guess. But I think a lot of people are going to like this. So and also just touching base on that charity work there. So what sort of charities are we getting involved with there?
So the piece that we did for Heart went to Heart's Global's Make Some Noise, which was brilliant. That was over £9,000, and then there was a lady called Beth who was watching The Last Leg, saw me on The Last Leg and reached out, and there was a charity auction called My Little Postcards. Okay. And it's for a hospice down in Oxfordshire called Sobel House. Right. So they had 600 postcard-size pieces that they'd asked local artists or artists around the country to create, and excuse me, Dame Judi Dench, actually, she paints, as you'll know, as a hobby, and she's very, very good. Yeah. And she did 2 pieces for the same auction. So we've asked her to sign one of our pieces that we can do for a charity, and that's going to go to Sobel House again, which is an auction. So I think for me, I don't have a set charity. Okay. There's a number of charities, obviously Cancer in Families, Mind, Mental Health. So there's a couple of different things. So if we could do different pieces and give to different charities as we do them, then that's fantastic.
That's nice. It's important to give back, and also just the fact that you're helping people in that way through your creative side, it's phenomenal. People like that. So it's really good. And also. Who or what are your biggest artist influences? Even if you're totally opposite of what you do. Okay.
This little girl over here, Ada. So Ada, my youngest, and Heidi, my stepdaughter. I mean, my son wants to be an architect, and he does like art. But the girls specifically love arts and crafts. That's good. So anytime Ada's, like last night, can I draw, can I paint? So the girls have always been arts and crafty. So that's what's really got me into it. Okay. And Kate, so enjoying that family time, bonding over, something that's not watching telly or that, it's you're almost sat in silence doing it, but really enjoying that moment together. Yeah. Painting with the family, excuse me, has probably been the biggest inspiration. But from an art point of view, Keith Haring is the one that I really like, because he's quite quirky. Okay. He's got lots of colourful pieces, which, as you know, Dan, I'm a fan of a bad shirt. I
wanted to say it all day, but I thought I better believe it for now.
So anything that's bright and colourful and quirky. So Keith Haring, we've got quite a few bits of his work in the house. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, right. Interesting. And you're obviously You're based near, what's it called again, the area?
So I live in Alsager, which is near Crewe.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's it,
yeah, just on the cusp of sort of Cheshire.
So anyone like, I don't know, are you planning on doing like local work as well, or are you just going to like, because obviously you distribute this all around the world at the moment.
Yes, yeah, so I think we've just done one to Germany, which I think is the first one. So I think 13 countries we've shipped to.
Wow.
Taiwan, absolutely loving it. We've done about
Really?
50 or 60 paintings to Taiwan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, America. Yeah, they've gone all over. In terms of local, I did a sip and paint. I've got a friend that runs a microbrewery.
Okay,
that
that's good.
they basically got into it in COVID.
Yeah.
And obviously it's quite small. So he was like, would you come and do some sort of evening, like, you know, do a paint and sip or something like that. Never been to one, never done one.
I didn't know they existed, that's cool.
Didn't know what I was doing, but it was great fun. Everybody that came was miles better than me at painting as well.
Right.
So I think a couple of I was speaking to a couple of the girls and they were expecting step-by-step guide of how to paint. And then I held up the wedding picture and said, this is the quality that I'm at. So if you're expecting me to teach you, you've come to the wrong night. But it was great because it was supporting a local startup business.
Good.
So it was good fun.
Okay, and what's like been the weirdest or funniest like commission or request you've received up to now, so someone wanting you to do something?
So we had a lady from Taiwan who sent in a picture and commissioned this painting, and it was an old Taiwanese guy stood just with a cigarette like this, smoking a cigarette, and it was the most random commission because most of them are family portraits, like on holidays or
like with
pets.
Dogs and that. Yeah.
Or like key moments, embarrassing, you know, the parents embarrassing the kids. And this was a really, really strange one. And I've got no concept of perception. This guy was really old. I made him look really young. Yeah. Nailed his cigarette, by the way. I thought I was really happy with it. Anyway, because we do a bit of a write-up on the page, we always send it to the buyer to approve it, just to make sure they're happy with the words and if they want to give us any information. Turns out it was a late grandfather.
Okay.
So it had got real personal meaning to it.
Oh, nice, okay.
I didn't know this at the time and I absolutely butchered it. I thought it's a really random request with no context. Now we got the context, it's a really nice piece.
Yes.
And even though you can have a look on the Insta page, you'll see it, it's terrible. They absolutely loved it, which again makes it really nice. But I mean, the best bit about all this for me is the words. When people have said we love it, it's now hanging up in here and it brings so much joy and laughter. So, but yeah, we've had all sorts of weird requests. But that one, the old man just smoking a cigarette, I thought it was so weird, but now I understand the context.
Nice.
It's a nice piece.
Yeah, it's immersion in something nice, isn't it? Okay. And how was like social media shape your journey? Like obviously you're on Instagram, aren't you? But are you on TikTok as well? Is it?
Yeah. So Instagram seems to be the most sort of popular platform for us, but we've got Instagram, Facebook. We do have TikTok. We've got a few videos on there, but not many. But I think nowadays social media is the way. So we stuck this on a few sort of groups that we were local groups.
Yeah.
And obviously then it sort of got shared.
Okay.
And that it's basically just been organic growth. You know, obviously once it went into the papers, then that sort of snowballed. But yeah, the social media, Instagram and Facebook seem to be where it's at. I do like the idea of making more videos because it's quite funny watching me, you know, do it. But maybe that's the next step.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, Jamie's got some pieces to show us. We'll have a bit of story with them. So yeah.
Yeah. So this is the original piece. So when I mentioned that I painted a picture of my wife on our wedding day.
Yeah.
And bearing in mind I didn't have a reference photo to use, so so that is.
You just show it towards the camera.
Yeah. So that's me and my lovely wife. She looks nothing like that.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay.
Odd shoes, as you can see.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't wear odd shoes on the day. Yeah, I nailed my beard, didn't I?
You nailed the beard.
So that's that. And then, obviously, some other pictures that you can stick in.
Yeah.
But then I've got a couple of other pieces just before I got yours. So we try and do little bits and bobs that are topical. So obviously with the return of Oasis, we decided to do a little one of Noel and Liam.
That's great.
I think I've absolutely nailed the hair. This one again is sort of absolutely mad viral. So this is the kissing cam at Coldplay of the CEO of, I think it was Aerospace, and his HR wife. So we painted this. I painted this on Friday and we stuck it on. And again, that's just all over social media at the moment. So that went absolutely mad.
Did it?
Yeah, absolutely. But a few the comments were you've nailed the expressions. But yeah, it's so much fun.
I think it's really good.
Right.
Oh,
so
is this it? Is this it? Right. I'm gonna. I don't want to cover my eyes. I might get a bit weird. Right, okay. I'm gonna cover my eyes.
So this was you gave me this reference picture.
I did. Yeah. Just show the camera first.
Okay.
This is me and my dog Sonny.
Yeah, you and your dog Sonny. So when in fact, I'll let you open it and I'll tell you after.
Okay, am I going to open it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, no way. That is brilliant. Look at the face. The features are really good, actually.
I think you've nailed your beard.
Nailed Sonny and me, yeah. Look at that. That is brilliant.
So Ada looked at it and she went, that dog, and shook her head.
It looks so much like it. Oh, that's so cool. I'm going to hand this in my house, by the way.
Yeah, they make, they're quite popular in downstairs toilets, apparently.
Yeah, I was thinking that, yeah. I have a Johnny Depp 101, and this would look great next to it. Brilliant, I love it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, and how long do the arts to do a piece? How long does it normally take?
I mean, look at the quality, Dan.
Yeah, okay.
On
average,
yeah, I could probably just something like that with minimal detail. It's probably sort of 30 to 40 minutes, really.
Okay.
And then the bigger pieces have got perhaps more detail in there. Into the hours, depending on how long they are. What I tend to do, because we've had we took 147 orders in January when this went mad, so I couldn't just paint them individually. No. So I tend to do batches.
You do?
So I do a batch. Not so much now.
Are you multiple working on sometimes? So let's say you have a couple lined up. Are you doing one and moving to the next one?
Yeah, so I'll draw them, then I'll do all the I call it face painting, I'll do the skin, and then while the faces are drying, I'll move on to the next bit.
Okay, so it is, yeah.
Yeah, what I'm really good at as well, and I'll send you some examples of this, or you'll see it on the Instagram pages, is my attention to detail is really bad, but I pick up on the weirdest things.
Do you?
So there'll be like a person in the background on a painting that they've sent me, a picture they've sent me, who I'll paint, and it'll just look like a random floating head.
Okay.
So I'll have missed something really glaringly obvious, like I'll have painted someone without any ears, then there'll be a floating head in the background that I picked up on. So, but people seem to,
people love it.
People love that ridiculousness.
You've really captured Sonny's mouth, by the way.
Yeah, and you've got a really unusually long arm.
Yeah, oh, it's signed as well. I like that. Okay,
yeah,
good. Well, hopefully, I'm going to keep on to that. You never know.
Just in case one day.
It could be worth shooting an auction off for charity.
Yeah, it's more likely to end up in a charity shop.
Maybe. Well, I think that's it for today. We've really I've been really glad you came on.
Thank you for having me.
Expressing yourself, and I hope you wish you all the best with this journey that you're on, and I think people are going to love it. So if you want to purchase any of Jamie's paintings or you want to use him, can you just tell me your socials? Yeah, it's TerribleArtByJamieLee, Facebook or Instagram. Okay, there we go. All right, thanks. Thanks, Dan. All right, cool. Cheers, mate. See you later.